With a look at where things stand in the races that are too close to call. For that, we check back in with MSNBC's Steve Kornacki at the big board.
Nicole, we just got, I think, just about the final votes out of Fulton County, Georgia, Atlanta. We've been waiting for this one. They just came in. You can see Donald Trump's lead in Georgia now under 10,000 votes, 9,525. It's because of Fulton County. There may be a few absentee ballots left here, but the bulk of it is now done in Fulton County, it would appear. And again, that does dent the Trump lead further for Biden, 95-25. Let's take a look at where the vote is remaining in Georgia now. And if folks I've been showing this throughout the process, and if you look, maybe you can see it's different now. There used to be a giant bubble emerging from Fulton County. No longer, you see, because most of those votes, just about all of them, we think are in right now. So if Biden is going to erase the rest of this Trump lead, 9,525 in Georgia, where would he look? Well, he would certainly look in this area right around Atlanta, the Atlanta metro area. Still votes to come there. And then the biggest bubble on the map right now is Chatham County, where Savannah, Georgia is. That's the biggest single source now of outstanding votes in Georgia. Now, that's a Democratic area. We expect Biden to do very well there, particularly because it's mail-in ballots. The city of Savannah, I am being told, though, is saying that Chatham County not likely to get those votes done until tomorrow, until Friday. So keep that in mind, because that's a very significant, outstanding piece of real estate right now. But Chatham County, the Atlanta metro area, and I want to say there is a county here you can see right up here. I think I have to unselect this to show it. There is a county right here that Trump is doing very well in. This is getting to North Georgia. And we don't see in Georgia this dynamic I've talked about in Pennsylvania, where the mail-in universe and the same-day universe are just different universes. Not quite so much in Georgia. Yeah. So Trump has the potential in a county like this that I've got highlighted here to actually gain some ground in the mail-in votes there. So this is real suspense here in terms of how this is all going to shake out statewide, whether there really are enough votes here potentially in what I'm showing you for Biden to get over the top and actually take the lead statewide. 95-25. I mean, this looks like it's headed for something right on the line. Maybe it tips over into Biden's favor. Maybe it stays just in Trump's favor. And also so close, 0.2 of a point statewide here. Also, you're in recount territory potentially. That is what's going on in Georgia. Meanwhile, Pennsylvania, we've also gotten some recent updates from Pennsylvania that have also lowered Donald Trump's lead there. That now sits at 90,542. The most significant recent update we just got, this in the last few minutes, from Lehigh County. This is where Allentown is. And you see Joe Biden overall in this county leads narrowly over Trump. He now leads narrowly because the absentee mail ballot count that was just released a few minutes ago, at least some of them, I think there are a few more to come from Lehigh, but Biden, you see, 51% overall. He won 76% of the mail-in votes from Lehigh County that were just released. And we're just seeing this all over the place in counties that don't look. If you just look at this map, you say, oh, that red, it's not favorable to Joe Biden. I'll give you another one we just got in the last half an hour or so. Erie County. Look, Trump is leading this overall by a fraction of a point, but we just got the mail votes reported from Erie County, and Joe Biden got 73% of them. So that's the consistent story across Pennsylvania with the mail-in ballots. And again, if I call this up here, what is outstanding in Pennsylvania right now? We're getting updates like you see, there is still some to come there in Lehigh County. There's what I just gave you, and there's more to come. But that's the story. Everywhere you see one of these dots of any size here, one of these bubbles of any size, the dynamic I just showed you, whether it's a red county or whether it's a blue county, it's going to be a Biden county, it looks like, when it comes to the mail. So all of these represent chances for Biden to make strides in terms of the statewide popular vote. And then there it is, the big one, the biggest bubble. We're still waiting on Philadelphia, where we think it's, 80,000, 90,000, somewhere in that range of absentee ballots still to come. So you can do the math. 90,542 votes. That is Donald Trump's lead statewide. We have established, I think, a very clear pattern here where the mail vote is just so overwhelming for Joe Biden in Pennsylvania that any county we look at, he seems to be winning it. So you see chances for him, to shave that 90,000 vote lead, a couple thousand here, a couple thousand there, a couple thousand here, a couple thousand there. You see all sorts of opportunities like that for him on the map here. And then you see Philadelphia, where he is winning in the last batch of mail votes we just got from Philadelphia. Joe Biden won 91% of them. So you're looking at potentially 80,000, 90,000 votes from Philadelphia, just from Philadelphia. If he gets 90% of those and is pocketing votes in all these other places, the path to overcoming a 90,000 vote deficit, it seems like a very doable path for Biden. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, and I think, Steve, whenever you say you can do the math, my circuits in my brain blow because I can't do any math. But what is the total number of votes that have not been counted in your totals?
Right. So, again, the biggest piece of suspense here, I think, like let's see here, let's call up Lehigh County. There's still, it would appear, we just had a release there of 94. We just had a release of 9,455 votes in Lehigh County, and we still think there's about 6,000 left to come from there. So, but the biggest piece of suspense, it's Philadelphia. It's how many is it? Is it 75,000? Is it 100,000? Is it 90? Because it's just by far the biggest source of votes, and Biden's winning 90% of them. So, like I say, if you took Philadelphia off the board right here and you're trying to see from all these other counties, could Biden erase this lead or is he going to be left short? I don't know. But you put Philadelphia on there and you can really see the path, provided there are that many votes out there. And honestly, getting that exact number has been a challenge for everybody.
Steve Kornacki, we are heading into this press conference in a couple of minutes. If we learn something new, and if you learn something new, let's regroup on the other side of that, my friend.
Sure.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.